P&M has been one of the most amazing companies to work with who believe in our show's why of loving without limit and becoming your best self. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do so many of the projects that we get to work on. Today, I get to interview Alaric Babe, who is a product development manager for P&M. P&M is the public service company of New Mexico, powers our entire energy. All the lights in this building are all powered by P&M. And so I wanted to sit down with you, Alaric, to briefly touch base on, I know that you guys are really big into sustainability, emission-free, 2040,
2040,
yeah, 2040, right? So can you tell me just a little bit about like what that's like looking like?
Yeah, of course. I think, right now this is one of the most exciting times to be in the energy industry because we're going through a huge transition. For about 100 years, we did the same thing over and over again, and now we're really turning all that on its head. So there was some legislation that was passed called the Energy Transition Act back in 2019 that requires emissions-free energy by 2045 in the state of New Mexico. P&M is actually going to go above and beyond that. We're saying that we're going to hit that goal by 2040. So it's going to be a really interesting couple of decades.
Fascinating. I love that. You guys just really care about the state, and I love that. You guys also really, not just sustainability, but you guys really care about the state in terms of giving back to the community. Can you touch a little bit, just a little bit on the community outreach?
Of course, yeah. I mean, P&M as a company, we have a lot of different ways that we're involved in the community. One, of course, is the P&M Foundation. But there's also a larger corporate citizenship model that we like to embrace. And so, this goes all the way from corporate giving and volunteer time to individual employees such as myself who volunteer on our own time in the community.
So you like to volunteer? You personally go back and volunteer in the community?
I do, yeah. Service has been a big part of my life ever since I was a kid. So I started as a Boy Scout, so I did a lot of service projects, went all the way through Eagle Scout. I was in a Peace Corps volunteer in West Africa for a couple of years, and now I'm fortunate enough to be able to serve here in Albuquerque as well.
That's awesome. What's one of the nonprofits that you like, that you get involved with here?
Yeah, so I'm involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central New Mexico, and
I used to be a big. That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great organization.
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, you really get to serve the youth in our community, and it's really a way for us to give back, but also improve our community over time by investing in the next generation.
That's so awesome. How do you have the time to do all that, to mentor a brother?
So I volunteer actually through the Mentor 2.0 program, which is really geared towards young professionals. And it's a really easy way for people like me that have a job and a family to still be involved. And so it's mostly online. We do emails and Zoom calls with each other. It's not a community-based, which is really what people usually think of with Big Brothers Big Sisters, just because that would be really hard for me to manage. So the organization has embraced this new model to expand our reach.
If you had the world's attention for 7 seconds, what would you say?
So I think I would have to say, and you opened the show with this, but in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
I love that. Be kind. I love that. I want to come back to that. Real quick, do you have a family?
I do.
You do? Mm-hmm. You have a wife and kids?
Yeah, so I have my wife and our one son.
Awesome. What's your wife's name?
Esther.
Esther, and what's your son's name?
Kieran.
Kieran, that's awesome. Well, I love, Alaric, I love to do some background check, just background checks on guests that come on our show. I like to call some references before guests come on. Really like to know who you're talking about. So I interviewed some of your friends and family before you came on. So I just want to show you and take a look of what some of them said.
Great.
I met Alaric actually in his job interview. So I am the lucky one who got to hire Alaric when he joined P&M. And I will say first impression just struck me as this incredibly dynamic, super smart and motivated guy, and I wanted him on my team.
He's so passionate about the work that he does. So specifically, he's creating new products for customers to become more sustainable.
I'd say my favorite memory with Alaric is probably a bus trip that we took to Santa Fe to the legislative session. The depth that I learned on that bus ride was amazing, what he had done in the Peace Corps.
Alaric is the kind of guy who is hardworking and devoted to almost everything and every single aspect of his life.
What made me fall in love with Alaric was He is very fun and very determined and motivated and hardworking. He also showed up on a motorcycle in Seattle, so that helps.
So I definitely appreciate that Alaric is a lover of Scotch and Taco Tuesdays, and he gives great movie and TV show recommendations. So he's a great friend to have.
I think he went into Africa where there was no running water, no electricity, ironically, since now he's working in that field.
I know that his heart and soul is with his wife, Esther, and his little baby boy.
Kristen McLaughlin couldn't be here today, but she wanted to share this information with you that Alaric's just an amazing volunteer.
He learned our language. Like, I don't even know our language. So, like, he really is, like, annoyingly great. Any opportunity to allow them to also build their best life. So I guess his best life is allowing others to live their best life by providing their own opportunity.
Alaric, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your passion with our community, with PNM, and all of your support for your family.
Thank you so much from all of us at Big Brothers Big Sisters.
You're an amazing new dad, hard worker, volunteer, just the whole person that you are. You're an amazing role model.
You are such a pleasure to work with. You've been such an invaluable member of the team, and I want you to keep breaking things and keep disrupting this industry.
Alaric, we are so proud of you and we love you so much. You are a phenomenal father and husband, and we're just so proud of you, and I'm so proud of this honor that you're getting, and I just encourage you to keep working hard so I can stay home and not have to work.
As you can tell,
Thank you.
you're on here more than just talking about how great PNM is in the community. We really wanted our shows about giving your best life, and we think that you are the spokesperson that we want to show to the world and to be like. So thank you for everything that you've done for the community, Alaric. And in recognition for you and all your hard work, PNM wants to give the Big Brother Big Sisters a lot of gifts so that these young kids can also become something great.
Thank you, guys. Really, thank you.
And PNM also would like to give the Big Brother Big Sister $1,000 in recognition of all your hard work for the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all.
But I also wanted to make sure that you got to share this moment with some of your loved ones. So we invited your wife and Kieran on the show. Everyone welcome Esther and Kieran.
Hey, man. You tricked me.
And we wanted to
be really good.
And we wanted to make sure that we got you, thanked you personally. So we got you some, PNM got you some brand new Beats headphones that you get to use.
Thank you.
We got a gift for Esther. I'll just put this here. And then we got even a play kit for Kieran. And I just heard the most amazing things about you, and I wanted to make sure that you got something from us, so I made a few phone calls, and so we're also going to give you, from our show, $1,000 for you personally, for all your hard work
Thank you
for this.